This is a 2005 Dodge Durango Limited 4x4 with a 5.7, and today I'm working on getting the rear HVAC system working properly. It's either stuck on all heat or all cold. I did some preliminary testing and found that there's a click. If I turn the heat all the way up, it clicks once. Turn the temperature all the way to cold, it clicks once. And the diagnosis for that is it's something to do with the door, the blend door, or the actuator motor itself. Could be a broken gear. So I'm going to tear into this now. I need to take this panel off. According to the instructions, they say to remove the back seat, also the third seat, that is. But I don't think that's necessary. We're going to try doing it because there is access to the bolt. That bolt right down there, there is access if you hold the seat in just the right position. So I'm going to try that now and see what happens. This is a 50 Torx, and as you can see, it will fit through this gap, and I'm able to loosen the bolt. So I'm going to take that bolt out and then proceed from there and see what we come up with. I was able to get the bolt out without removing the seat, but it still needs to be clear if we can actually work on it with the seat in the way. So let's find out. Let's proceed. First panel I disconnected is this door sill for the back seat, back door. I don't know if I need to take the whole thing off. Let's just leave it like this for now and see if I can work around it. And then there's this Torx for the seat belt onto the wall. It's the seat belt for the back seat. I'll take that guy off right there. The next piece was behind where the seat belt bolt is. It wiggles up and down. This holds it at the top. It goes into, there's a clip assembly there. It goes into the middle sidewall right there. I'm going to see if I can just leave that hanging. Maybe we can just leave that hanging on the other end there and work around it. There are two screws that need to be removed right there. Next up, inside the back door, back hatch here, a little sunny out today. Got this bolt down here, and then we've got this panel here. Next I had to get this door out, this trunk door so to speak, and it just pops right out. You just gives it some pressure on the side. These pins, let me see that, there it is, that the pins come out of the holes, hole on either side like so. Along the back has to come out because it's restricting the side panel. After the 4 screws were taken out, I was able to just grab it from this edge here with both hands and it popped right out. And that exposes 21 years worth of dirt and crud underneath that panel. Well, it's time for a deep cleaning anyway, right? And this little guy on the sidewall here towards the back, this needs to unscrew, hopefully. Yep, there it is. As you can see. Next, I need to get this panel out of the way because it's restricting this panel at the bottom here. And I think once I get that loose, we should be able to pop that big panel out of there. Okay, this little guy is held into place by some of those clippy bobs things. What are we gonna call those? Clipsters. Okay, clips. All right, and they go into that slot there. Clip into the slot like so. Okay, so we'll see if we can work around this. Oh, it looks like there's a screw back there. Is there a screw back there? All right, let's work on this some more. There were 2 screws in here. There was one there, and there was another one back here that I was able to get out with a shorty screwdriver. So hopefully that gives us enough room to get the panel out. The large panel, you see that's where the seatbelt is attached. Got a little handle here. Inside the handle is a hidden screw. So let's get that guy out of there. There's another clip here right by the door, and we're getting in there. I suspect that there's a couple more clips holding this baby on. All right, we're most of the way out. I was able to jockey it around to get past this pillar at the top here, get out from underneath that guy there, and we'll go around the other side. I think it's just about out. The hardest thing was getting this electrical clip off, because you have to, it takes two hands. You got to push in on the black part there and pull out at the same time. So let's go forward. All right, I've decided I do need to take this panel out. I need to take this panel out. I cleared the big panel, and there is one screw up in there. Okay, there we have it. We're able to get the panel out without taking the seat out. And this is what we got going here to check out, find out exactly what the problem is. Let's take a look at the back side. Okay, there's the back side. Somewhere in there, there's something not working properly. Let's find out what it is. Okay, now I'm testing the blend door actuator motor. I turn the knob one way. You can see the gears spinning. Flip it the other way. Gear spins the other way. Okay, this is where the actuator gear goes. And this turns the blend door. And as you can see, it just keeps going in a circle. So I'm assuming that the blend door has broken off of the shaft. So the next step is to take that take a bunch of crap off and see what's going on inside. This is day 2. I've determined that the actuator motors are working properly, from what I can tell anyway. But both of these doors are messed up. The stops have broken off. And as you can see, this just goes around in a circle. This one just goes around in a circle. So both of those doors will need replacing. So I'm going to attempt, they say you can do this inside the vehicle. There's a lot of screws to take off. So let's get to it. And here's one of the doors broken off on this end. It's trash day. This last screw is bare. There's just enough room to get this screwdriver in between the tubes here into the back. Okay, one more screw down at the bottom there. Okay, I'm able to get this in there and on it if I can fix something here to turn it. Let's see. Drive, ratchet. Let's see if we can get this in there. Okay, I was able to get it loose with the ratchet and then unscrew it after it was loose with this guy. Alright. See my blend door. See if we can get it off of there without taking anything else apart. Okay, here's the other blend door. I don't know if you can see that, but that's broken off as well. Okay. Next I need to find some information how to get this guy off. It might just pull right out. Might have a retaining clip inside, I don't know. Let me look at the exploded diagram and figure it out. Okay, I discovered that this piece pulls out with a pair of pliers. I want to be very careful because I want to reuse it, so I'm going to take it off with the assistance of this little plastic pry bar as well. So, get this in, get it kind of started. Okay, it's just coming right out now. There we go. Alright, perfect. So I intend to reuse these. I don't know if you can see very well, but there's a tab broken off there on both of them. And I think there's a way to make it work, so let's give that a try. I don't know if you can see here. I hope you can. This is where the broken tab is. My thumbnail is where the edge of the tab is, and that it clears this mechanism here. So, should be able to put a screw or something right in there, and it will clear the gear and make this functional again, because that stop is stopped right here by these two tabs. So there's a piece that's stuck out here, and it would stop it there and stop it there.